Well, I thought I would make this real short, well, kind of short video about how I practice. One of the things I'll recommend when you're practicing flying your drone is put it in FPV so that you can see the tilt, so that the camera doesn't take all the motion of the drone out of it when you're looking at your display. You'll see that here. This particular drone that I'm using, of course, is the Autel X-Star Premium. And I get it out here in the back and sometimes across the way, put it in FPV mode, and just go all out to improve my skills with some of the shortcomings of the Autel. As you know, the Autel has a little bit of trouble with the yaw, as you can see right there. It's not the greatest, but as long as you know where the yaw has its problem, then it helps you to correct it as you're flying, as you're trying to get those shots that you're after. Um, and here I do a lot of low pass over my head, and a couple of times I get a little too close, as you'll see here in a minute. But it's an excellent way to improve your skills. With the new firmware that's going to be coming out for Autel, in this particular video, it's the 9th of July. It's just about to be released in beta, which is supposed to correct some of the problems with it. But I just want to put out there that if you don't take the time to learn how to fly it the way it is, then you're relying too much on the technology. When a problem does arise, if you fly it into a situation that you can't fly it out of, or the software can't get it out of a situation, you need to be able to take over and save your drone, or save it from being a bad situation for yourself. So this is why I fly in ATTI attitude mode quite often, just so that I know I have full control for the most part of the drone. And it also gets you down to, you can see here where um, I'm able to do these nice panning shots without using the orbit modes or the follow me's or any of the other modes that the drone has. And I think here come towards the end is where I'm actually going to have a couple of rounds of just basically circling myself to get the feel for it, and just keep my skills on top, on to where they need to be. And I think right here it is. Real low, real slow, doing what I can to keep me in frame. You can see my kids there in the background. And I would say above all else, attitude mode is the most fun, especially with first person view. And by no means is the Autel meant to be any kind of a racer or a stunt anything. You're not going to do a flip with it. If you do, you're going to regret it. You're not going to get it much over 40 miles an hour. You know, maybe with a little tailwind. I've seen some. I've had mine up to like 54, 55 miles an hour. But you're not going to do anything super neat. It was meant to be a very stable base for getting great overhead shots of multiple things. But I thought it was fun to make a video like this and show everybody. That way you guys can attempt to do the same thing. Just be careful. Don't hit yourself in the head like I just about did there and there. And one more pass. And right there, you saw that. That was some of the little bits of the yaw that it has a problem with. It just goes a little bit beyond. One more. And that about wraps it up. Again, if you liked it, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. And please consider subscribing. It helps. And happy droning.